monsters.
Well done. Good intro.
Thank you. There are scary monsters in the world, and what if instead of it's them terrorizing us, it's us making them terrorize each other and fight for supremacy?
Yup.
Yeah. So we have a chimera versus a werewolf.
All right, I'm just gonna get right into it. We all know what chimera is. I mean, if you don't know what chimera is, get with it.
Yeah, get with the
Obviously,
times.
obviously a merger of animals.
It's obviously a monstrous fire-breathing hybrid creature from Greek mythology, typically depicted as a lion with a goat's head on its back and a serpent for a tail. Obviously, guys, come on, everyone knows that.
Well, yes.
Yeah, these are both some very classic monsters we're dealing with. I feel like if I was going up personally against the werewolf, like I have more knowledge against it, but I'm assuming maybe the chimera and werewolf don't know anything about each other's skill sets and they're just fucking fighting each other.
You bring up a good point because it's I don't know if chimeras have a weakness, kind of like the classic werewolf. Like, was it silver? They're weak to silver.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's like the only way to beat them or the most effective way to beat them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's definitely true.
If it's the only way to beat them, I'm kind of wondering, could a chimera even figure that out? A chimera is just a strong mythical being, and a werewolf should be weak to just that.
Target the throat. When the chimera opens its mouth to breathe fire, it thrusts its spear. So honestly, I don't know. It seems like the chimera might be easier to beat because you don't need like. It seems like you don't need like a whole lot of specific shit. It seems like you just stabbed it in the throat. No.
Yeah,
I'm saying, like, if a werewolf is going up against the chimera, I feel like it's like, you can just like tear its throat out and shit.
right. I mean, if I would assume perhaps a werewolf has the same vulnerability, but I might even argue that the chimera has a ranged attack in its fire-breathing ability.
Yeah, that's
Can the
fair.
werewolf get close enough to exploit that? And the chimera can fly, can it not?
I don't think it can. It doesn't have wings.
Didn't it say it have? I thought there was something about flying. Maybe I'm wrong. I see
I
wings
mean,
on some of
this
these.
one in D&D does, but I think the initial one. So I don't think naturally it flies. And I do think that werewolves have some pretty decent mobility. Like, they're pretty agile creatures. That being said, I don't really know who I'm arguing for. I'm kind of just throwing out details.
I guess I do have a soft spot for the werewolf. Just like, it's classic, it's powerful, and I don't know, this chimera guy, he seems pretty tough. I would even go like peak werewolf versus peak chimera. I might start rooting for the chimera, quite honestly.
Yeah,
Seems like it has a lot more going for it.
I think I would want the werewolf to win, but I think the chimera would win if they're both like in peak monstrous form. So maybe
Yes.
chimera. The troll versus the merman.
Oh god. See, this one's tough. Is the troll fighting him in water, or is the merman fighting him on land?
Yeah, maybe there is a battlefield built up of land with like different portions of water. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I feel like the merman wins because he's got like human intelligence. I feel like trolls are notoriously stupid in every media portrayal of them. And a merman could probably, I would think, has a ranged attack in a Triton. So if they have...
Yeah, you could throw them from the water, even if you're not like allowing them. And that's who's to say that the merman can't exit the water and just be less agile, right?
I think if the troll gets in close range of the merman, the troll wins. So the merman needs to keep its distance so that the troll can't get in close and like break its spine.
Sure, yeah. I mean, and in theory, it could just dive deeper into the water.
The merman definitely, as long as he's in the water, he's an agility advantage. And the troll's too stupid to, like, keep up. Like, he has a strength advantage, but if he's not fast enough to, like, grab the merman, I think it's unlikely the troll will grab him out of the water, and I think it's unlikely that the merman will emerge from the water in such a way that will disadvantage himself.
Yeah, I think the merman will definitely outwit the troll for sure.
Yeah.
And if the troll asks him to like solve a riddle, then I think the merman might be able to solve the riddle too. We're going King
I think
Neptune.
so. Yeah, he wins. Get out of here, troll. Oh god.
Bigfoot or the Gray?
Oh no. Um,
Are you a big Sasquatch fan?
I do really like Sasquatch. You did get me, and I still have them on my keys. You got me a Sasquatch keychain,
It's
and
true.
I keep it on my keys. I do like Sasquatch. If I could see a Sasquatch, I would.
Ooh, what would you rather see, a Bigfoot or an alien?
I think I would probably rather see a Bigfoot because the implications of aliens existing might be frightening. Bigfoot is less scary.
Yeah, that's
Like,
very fair. What if,
like
okay,
Bigfoot's maybe just a hard to find animal. An alien is like a whole other civilization outside of our realm.
okay, this is
You know,
almost unrelated. How would you feel if if you like saw an alien come in from outer space and stuff like that, but it's not like from a super high tech spacecraft or anything like that. It's from like some type of organic being that like you can get aboard of and ride through the cosmos. So like they're not intelligent enough to make the thing. It's just that there's like some kind of complex monster that they also befriended to like ride around like a horse. Would
that
that
also
make it
does
better
sound
or
frightening
worse?
in a way. Like a space creature that can survive in space, because we don't know of any
Yeah.
living thing anywhere that just kind of flies through space.
Right. So would that be better or worse to see? Would you rather the aliens have that super intelligence or just know that there's some type of huge monster like that exists? And
I
maybe
think
not
both sound
huge,
like they
but
suck major dick. I
yeah.
think the higher intelligence implies that they could outwit us, and that's usually what humans have going for them is our high intelligence. So to have something of a higher intelligence be able to outsmart us at every at every turn, I think we're in trouble.
I agree. I think
We
the
could shoot
high
the beast.
I think we could figure out some way to like some vulnerability, and I think it's crazy how like the intelligence that an alien would have to like do faster than light travel and shit like that is nuts. So it's so nuts that people have come up with conspiracy theories that aliens are like omnipotent beings like akin to gods and shit. So it's like what are we talking about, guys? That being said, Bigfoot's a cool guy. I think I'm team alien.
Yeah, I think that I love Bigfoot, but it's like the werewolf thing. I think I like the werewolf better. I like Bigfoot better, but the alien will probably win most certainly. Even if it is like a hillbilly alien, it's still winning.
Yeah, he's just a hillbilly like driving its tractor through the
I,
cosmos.
you
Mothman
are
or
worse.
Ratman?
Well, what you know about Mothman?
He's a cool guy. He showed up on a bridge, and then after he showed up, it fell down, and some people think that he was trying to warn people that the bridge was gonna fall by appearing on the bridge, and that
Does it?
he's a big like he's one of the big proponents of mass hysteria because several people in the same location all said that they saw him.
And then what we know about Ratman? I mean, that's just
Absolutely
kind of like
nothing.
rats as
Yeah,
like
Master
a
Splinter.
species. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I
That's
know
yeah.
that they can train some badass turtles.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. One rat soldier versus Mothman. I mean, Mothman could be of a bigger species like these kind of humanoid rats.
Yeah, it could be like a Mothman.
I feel like flying does give an advantage, but I wonder, does Ratman have ranged weapons? I can see it's wielding a sword. This is just an artist depiction, but
Yeah, that looks like a D&D class, honestly.
it almost does. I'm like thinking that. Because I'm trying to think realistically of an argument that Ratman with a bow could potentially shoot Mothman out of the sky. Mothman versus Ratman, but Ratman doesn't have a bow. Mothman can fly around, maybe pick it up and grab it and drop it from a high height.
Yeah. I don't know, I just think that Mothman, like, I don't know, something about Mothman just makes me feel like it can do a rat, I can outdo a Ratman.
Yes, what you said.
I think fuck the logic and fuck the haters and do the impossible, Gurren Lagann, Mothman.
Yeah, I think Mothman comes out on top, yeah.
Ooh, this is a good
Ooh.
one.
Ooh.
A dragon
Interesting.
versus a kraken? This is a good one. I'm imagining like the shore of like either a big island or like a big country. So like the dragon can land on like a mountain cliff side if it needs to, but the kraken is like emerging from the water like akin to Godzilla, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and the Kraken's big advantage is being in the water, which negates the dragon's fire breathing.
And it's like pure size, I feel like, Because even big dragons, I feel like aren't coming close to the size of the Kraken, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, it depends on what dragon you're thinking of. If we're thinking of like the average dragon versus the average depiction of a kraken, because I can think of like in Lord of the Rings, the biggest dragon that ever existed was like as big as a mountain.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
like
So that would be
I'm
like
not gonna go with like
close to on point with Kraken, because I feel like Kraken is like pretty mountain sized also.
yeah, they are kind of ridiculous, or at the very least a big hill.
Right. Like that's
So
what's like scary about it. It's a huge entity just in the ocean, you know.
yeah. And I think if a dragon got close, it's pretty likely the kraken could pull it under. It's probably got the tentacles are strong, like on a real octopus.
Yeah.
Like those are ridiculously strong.
Yeah, and and it has multiple, so it could like entangle it for sure and like drag it down. Ooh, it sucks because I want the dragon to win so bad.
I do want the dragon to win. So here's what I'm thinking. Dragon comes on top if dragon keeps it's another one where it needs to keep its distance because I think the kraken has a strength advantage. I think the dragon has sharpness, like its teeth could probably bite through or pierce the kraken, perhaps enough to bite a tentacle or two off.
Yeah.
I don't know.
My
I feel like if
thing,
the dragon gets pulled underwater, it's not able to get out though.
yeah, I don't think it's getting out if it gets under. Just like with like its kind of expansive like wing type of thing, like it doesn't lend itself to swimming, I don't think. I keep trying to think of like an argument for the dragon, and I'm like, oh well, since it can fly and attack and land on like the land side, like and the kraken can't leave the water in theory, it's like, oh, maybe it can just like attack for a little bit, like go and rest and attack again. But it's just like also during that time, like the kraken could just start like attacking the coastline with its tentacles and destroying all of the land like bit by bit until there's nothing left. So it's like a war of attrition really doesn't work in his favor either. So I think it's just Kraken here.
Well, I would also maybe argue that if the dragon has the ranged attack, he has the fire, you could dry up the kraken. And also, even though it could be underwater, it could boil the water. I think it would be crazy high temperature fire that's boiling whatever water it's in.
Yeah, that would be some intense heat though.
It would be, but I think a dragon is, it's a supernatural creature. It's probably
yeah.
heat.
I guess depending on the
shit.
size, I think I'm still imagining a smaller dragon. I guess if it's like even half the size of the dragon, that could be a possibility.
I think you're thinking of a wyvern.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. I would be Team Dragon, but I'm willing to be out-argued that the Kraken probably comes on top.
I'm Team Dragon. I do think that the Kraken wins like 75% of the time, though.
All right. Well, I'll go Kraken then.
That's just me. I don't know. Maybe I should have more faith in him. This is interesting because
You know my
Santa Claus
opinions.
is a witch.
Not even close.
Look at his hat. It's a witch's hat.
No, if anything, witches are corrupted versions of Santa Claus.
Ooh, good point. They're like Krampus, but
Yeah, they're evil.
witch version. Yeah.
You didn't see my Instagram story today, did you?
Yeah, if I ever
It's
saw
not
a
even
green
funny.
witch, I would immediately blow her head smooth off. You're not putting me in a big pot, you vile thing.
And I've had this opinion for years. Like, you ask any of my friends, I really have hated witches for a long time. It's not even like a recent thing. I would take an anti-air cannon and shoot a fucking witch out of the sky.
I think witches are cool. I think modern witches can get the hell out of here. If you're a modern witch, you're just trying to be like a cool old school Salem witch. You're not a Salem witch. I'm sorry. They weren't witches either, by the way. Fucking
Yeah, well, so
idiots.
witches suck. Just end of the day.
Santa Claus is taking this one. No witch is gonna
Well,
be
Santa Claus no diffs a witch.
Santa Claus is the
He's
good
got-
witch.
He is the good witch. He's got magic. I think he could out magic a witch.
He's also got some Coca-Cola.
He does, and he would drink it over her corpse.
A Yeti versus the Easter Bunny.
Yeah, he looks like Peter Rabbit.
It looks like he has like a little goatee going on.
Yeah, he's chill with it. I like it better than that weird Rise of the Guardians movie version.
Yeah. I like the Yeti a lot.
Yeah, Yeti is just like Snow Bigfoot.
Yeah, for some reason I like Yeti more than Bigfoot because I think like the abominable snowman is a fun monster guy.
In terms of combat between these two, I feel like the Easter Bunny, I don't really know the level of its combat. I don't know what magic it possesses like Santa Claus might.
It's definitely like I feel like the Easter Bunny is a trickster. I feel like he's tricky because I feel like it's like, ooh, did you see the Easter Bunny? He's like, no, he fucking snuck in and hit all the eggs. Crazy, I never saw him. He's like sneaky around. He's very agile. I think he could pull off some type of magic move and maybe get the ups on Yeti, because I feel like Yeti is more just kind of impulsive and goes off of his natural instincts. Where Easter Bunny is way more sentient for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, like there's magic on the side of the Easter Bunny and perhaps sentience, and the Yeti is just a not real version of another animal.
That being said, the strength difference is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, if the Yeti, I mean, I don't know what Yetis eat, but I could imagine them eating rabbits like off the mountain that they live off of or whatever.
Yeah, like if he was able to grab it, just it's like in its pure grip, it would be able to just crush its body, I feel like.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it could slip out of it, but what is the Easter Bunny going to do to win eventually? Like, is it going to drop egg grenades? Is it, like...
Right, yeah, how does it escape that? Like, once it gets caught, I don't think the Easter Bunny can outmaneuver it, but I think its main advantage would be avoiding getting caught in the first place.
Yeah, that's the problem. So if they were in a 1v1 situation, I think the Easter Bunny loses then.
I would say so, yeah. Not 100% of the time, but...
Yeah,
most of the time, yeah.
Circumstances.
A nymph versus a zombie. What's in your head? Zombie.
What powers do nymphs possess?
I'm looking it up right now. Nymph in Greek mythology are minor goddesses. Nymphs were female nature spirits believed to be daughters of major gods. Associated with nature, they were tied to specific places like springs, rivers, mountains, and trees. They're not immortal. While they live very long lives, nymphs were not immortal and could be powerful, embodying the vitality and beauty of nature.
And zombies vary a lot between different incarnations.
Yes.
I wondered, would a nymph possess the magical abilities to undo a zombie? I don't know. That would be the question, because I don't think they possess combat abilities. Zombies don't either, but they're durable and then strong enough to probably rip a nymph apart like zombies do.
Yeah. Yes, there are so many different types of zombies, but typically the whole thing about zombies is that they're strong in numbers. So if it's a one-on-one, I think eventually, zombies don't get tired and they don't really feel pain, but I think eventually the nymph will figure out a way to outmaneuver it and just kind of like trap it forever if it can't kill it,
Yeah, I'd like to believe that the being some sort of mini goddess outweighs one zombie.
Right, that's what I would think. Like, if we're talking a horde of zombies, maybe it would be different for sure, but... Yeah, I don't see one zombie beating most of these creatures. Uh-huh. It would have to be at least a group of zombies, a horde of zombies.
If you will, a murder of zombies.
Yeah, for real. Oh, we're not moving on to the next side until we're done here. That's an interesting way to do it.
Interesting. All right, Chimera versus Merman.
This is like a sentience issue again, I feel like. I don't know.
I was literally about to make that same comment, that I feel like the Merman is smarter and can figure out like how to deal with it.
Yeah, like I really think that the intellect of some of these beings means like life or death in the battle.
Well, I mean, that just goes to show the power of intellect in real life then too.
Right.
Because humans kind of dominate the food chain. We let other creatures live at this point.
Yeah, because it's like...
Not to sound arrogant.
No, but if it's like... and sure, certain animals can like come up with plans and like ways of hunting or whatever, but like being unable to come up with like complex plans and like a step-by-step guide to get there and shit like that is... It's, like that type of planning and forethought is what makes weaker beings able to overtake strong beings who just act on impulse, like I feel like a chimera would, personally. Maybe I'm vastly overestimating the merman's like strength and ability, but
it's almost it's reminding me now of the Kraken versus the dragon, where it's got the same advantages and disadvantages. Like if the chimera can fly, like it's got the same issue with the dragon, where I think it would be hard for it to get out of water if it gets pulled in. Yeah. And like if it's on the shore, the merman can This time the Merman has a ranged attack and the Triton as well. I bet you it could snipe it out of the sky or...
Yeah. I'm also
I feel like...
remembering the lore thing that we read about the Chimera and how it was defeated by getting stabbed like in the throat before it could like do its flamethrower, and the Trident could very easily do something like that too. So
Yeah, and the water in general probably negates a lot of that, so...
yeah, I think Merman here is doing it. Turns out he's more useful than we thought.
I think it is, again, aliens are just smarter and probably have higher levels of technology that would outweigh the whatever Mothman could do.
Yeah, I was literally looking up Mothman's intelligence, because I feel like he's one of those cryptids that people will say is like, ooh, he like can like think as like a kind of higher functioning being, but I don't know if you're getting to the intellect levels of an alien.
Yeah, like if it's, spacecraft and like laser guns and shit, I don't think a Mothman's out maneuvering, out planning.
Yeah.
That,
even in my hypothetical where like it's not technology and it's more like an organic form of travel, like being able to navigate that far of a distance is a form of intelligence, and it's nuts. I think the aliens are taking down Mothman.
Yeah, I think so too.
Or like the alien rather, not the aliens. But yeah.
Single alien with a ray gun.
Kraken versus Santa Claus.
I think Santa has superior magic and just like cheer and jolliness. Does that dictate the end? No, I just wanted to say that.
That's accurate. I'm trying to think of what...
Okay, Santa, here's the battle. Before you say
ready.
anything.
I'm ready.
Here's the battle. Santa on his sleigh. He's got all the Coca-Cola from the previous year on his sleigh in his never-ending sack. He's pouring Coca-Cola into the water. The acid kills the Kraken. It shrivels up. It dies. The Kraken can't reach Santa from all the way up in the air with the reindeer.
Santa Claus wins.
There you go. Santa Claus wins. Santa sharpens.
Santa dumps all of the Coke, and then he dumps a bunch of Mentos in the water, and then it just boils up.
Exactly. It explodes. It's just, he's not even, like, at most, he's basically a human with reindeer in a never-ending sack. He outsmarts the Kraken. Yeah, he's got elves in the bag sharpening candy canes to drop onto the Kraken.
Yeah, he's got it. No worries.
Easy.
Yeti versus nymphs.
I feel like the Yeti has somewhat more intelligence than the zombie and is much stronger than the zombie.
Agreed.
It may be... I feel like nymphs, kind of like the Easter Bunny, could teleport away and stuff, so right. I'm not sure. And then maybe they have slightly more combat prowess than a rabbit.
Yeah, I was thinking that this is kind of a similar battle for the Yeti, where it's like if he gets his hands on them, but like if he gets his hands on them, could they not teleport out maybe? Because that kind of like spirit, like, I don't know, like creatures? I don't know.
Yeah, and Yeti's not sneaky. He's not getting the drop on a nymph.
No, definitely not. Yeah, so I don't know if a Yeti would be able to capture a nymph.
Yeah, I feel like a nymph is pretty sneaky. Could probably backstab a Yeti.
Yeah, I think I might choose Nymph here.
Yeah, I think I'll go with a Nymph as well.
Merman versus the alien.
Is this where the Merman finally gets taken down? I don't know.
I think the Merman?
Yeah, he can't throw a Triton at a UFO.
Yeah, like what's he gonna do?
I feel like the alien like shoots its ray gun at Merman and he dies instantly.
Yeah, he just like he just doesn't even get out of his car. Like the tractor beam just like summons him up.
Yeah,
and now he just like lives inside of the alien aquarium.
Yeah, exactly. Wow, the ultimate disrespect is to keep him as part of your ecosystem.
So fucked up. That's what he's doing to all of these monsters that he beats. He's like Merman's joining Bigfoot and Mothman.
It's like fucked up. This alien creatures. Is just a fan of cryptids.
Yeah, he's a literal cryptozoologist.
That's awesome, actually. Yeah,
alien wins.
Okay. It's still Santa. I really don't see a way a nymph wins.
Yeah, Santa
just
will
too strong.
Santa will pull an endless ocean out of his sack and drown them.
Yeah, or like he Rudolph front lines and flashbangs the nymph and then she can't teleport away.
Yeah. Yeah, this is actually very interesting. They both have
Aircraft.
Pseudo magical, like science fiction level magical, like aircraft.
Such a stupid conversation.
They both have.
Sorry,
they both have like
Alien versus Santa.
Yeah, like Santa has magic to create anything he wants, and Alien has the intelligence to essentially invent anything he needs to.
This is Batman v Superman. Alien needs prep time.
Yeah, I think just because Santa Claus can like automatically summon shit with magic. Ooh, but what if there's not enough Christmas cheer? Or what if they broadcast him getting his ass kicked by the aliens and he gets weaker?
Well, I mean, just the sheer broadcast of Santa Claus existing should cause. If anything, they need to make it so that it's a private fight.
Yeah, what if it's like, what if they broadcast it and there's like, oh my god, Santa's real and he's getting his ass kicked, so everyone like knows that they know he's real, but they don't believe in him, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, we don't believe in Santa.
Like, I bet you aliens do have that kind of like forethought and planning to like deep fake a video of Santa getting killed. Even if Santa didn't get killed yet.
Just like a snuff film of Santa Claus.
They snuff film Santa on their UFO in front of their aquarium of Merman and Mothman, and
just like actively like makes Santa Claus become like skinnier and like his beard shrivels up.
I would watch like the animation of like the initial confrontation between Alien and Santa Claus, and then getting kidnapped into the crypto zoo, and then like looking defeated, and then like rising up and escaping the alien prison. Like I would watch that. I think it would be like a layered fight.
All right, here's how I think the fight goes down. I think Santa Claus starts off beating the shit out of the alien, but then I think
with his fists.
Yeah, like with his like he grows like some magic like he's like bah, bah, bah. He like gets like the polar bear that drinks the Coca-Cola to get a few jabs into. The alien.
This is a Coca-Cola sponsored Santa.
That's how he gets all of his fucking like the funds to like keep his magic supply up. Magic is pay to win.
He's a trillionaire.
But then the alien like kind of like gets Santa Claus caught in a trap that he set up beforehand because he's super smart and he's Batman and he did it with his prep time, and then he like gives Santa Claus a little conniving smile, rolls up a little like TV, and then he turns it on and shows that the world is getting live streamed, that Santa Claus got caught, and he like manipulates the footage to make it a deep fake of Santa Claus dying, and everyone doesn't believe in Santa anymore, and so Santa becomes really weak, and then the alien fucking kills him with a ray gun.
It's like his kryptonite.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like Santa Claus is so magical that even with the lack of Christmas cheer, like he still exists, but he like is less prevalent, but I don't know if he's weaker. I don't know. I want Santa to win, quite honestly.
I feel like Santa still exists, but like he like loses his magic in like most mediums when people are like, huh, I don't like Santa that much.
There's in Red 1, I can't believe I'm bringing up the movie Red 1 again. Santa doesn't, people believe in Santa less, but he doesn't lose any of the magic he had. He's still like a crazy combatant. He does get kidnapped in that movie, but he's pretty powerful.
Maybe we can flip a coin, because I'm Team Alien.
I'm Team Santa, so yeah, flip a coin. We'll let fate decide.
Alien will.
It'll either be the alien successfully deters all Christmas cheer, or Santa escapes the crypto zoo and takes out the alien.
I'll do flip a coin 3 times. If alien gets 2 heads, then he wins. If Santa Claus gets 2 tails, he wins.
Everybody have faith in Christmas.
All right, we have 2 tails. Santa Claus wins. Faith in Christmas presides.
Yeah, faith in Christmas wins every time, baby. Drink Coca-Cola.
All right, we're on the other side of the bracket to see who's gonna fucking have the job of taking on Santa Claus.
Have head-to-head with Santa. Kris Kringle.
Oh my god.
Let me just start this one. I don't know what the fuck a Gnoll is, and I think Cthulhu beats whatever that is.
Yeah, I don't.
Sorry.
Based off of what it looks like, I think Cthulhu beats it.
Cthulhu is just an eldritch deity. Like, yeah. I don't know if I can say that on the air, whatever that thing is, but I think Jesus also beats that too.
Yeah, there's like 2 or 3 words in that name that I don't want to say.
Because there's a lot, we cannot say that. I'm sorry, but I think Jesus beats it, whatever it is.
Oh my god. Also,
This
apparently,
time,
it's a Colombian death metal band name that was formed in 2008.
hmm.
Well, so good for you. I think
So is it Jesus versus the band, or
I guess.
I don't know? Jesus no diffs every this other side of the bracket is stacked. Jesus obviously comes out on top here.
Yeah. I think we're gonna have to have some conversations about how Jesus takes down Cthulhu. I'm not saying he doesn't. I just think we
Yeah,
need to
well,
like map out how he does.
what? There's a long-winded fight. All right, fine. Let's continue.
I don't
Jesus
know.
beats this band.
Cthulhu's pretty big. He's a pretty big monster, man. All right,
All right,
Slenderman
Mermaid
or
versus
Mermaid.
misspelled Slenderman.
All right, well, here's the thing. Slenderman made those two girls murder that guy, so he's already got that going for him.
He's got like some sort of psychological powers. I wonder if he could trick mermaids into killing each other.
Maybe. He'd be like, here, find my pages. And then they'd have to swim around the lake for like a soggy
I wonder.
notebook page.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does that weaken Slenderman? I don't know about Slenderman's powers, but if they're underwater and his pages get wet, do you think that affects his power?
Maybe. I feel like Slenderman could just call one of his like creepypasta fucking like minions,
Friends.
like Jeff the Killer.
He tags in Jeff the Killer.
Yeah, because like, isn't it part of like Jeff the Killer's lore that he like gets his like stuff from Slenderman or some shit?
I think you read some sort of fan fiction. If that is true, then we're gonna have to.
I think there's like a whole lore in the creepypasta universe where Slenderman had proxies. Felon's Wiki proxies. List of
What the
known
hell?
proxies. Hallowed, the Site, Agents, the Order, Antibody, Deadhead, the Collier. Which one? Wait, I could have sworn one of like the main guys was a proxy. It was like, I thought it was Jeff the Killer. Isn't there? Maybe it's like Jeff the Killer versus Slenderman is what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, maybe. I was gonna say I'd like to see in the newest Super Smash Bros. They add Slenderman, but he like represents all of creepypasta.
True.
And,
He
like,
just
he
like pulls out
summons-
every cryptid.
Well, that's why I was gonna say,
Or
like, when he
creepypasta.
punches, like, Jeff the Killer actually stabs, and then when he does, like, the down attack, he drops a Ben drowned.
Yeah, dude.
Would that be cool?
Oh, apparently Jeff the Killer does not have a canonical connection to Slenderman. My apologies. But Slenderman
gonna
can
say,
create
what-
proxies and shit.
That's
I don't know.
interesting.
I like
think that
Slenderman.
probably does beat a mermaid.
Yeah, I think he would like give one of them powers and corrupt their minds and make like a mermaid proxy of himself.
Yeah. An angel versus a gargoyle.
A gargoyle. Is a gargoyle not just sort of an agent of an angel?
I don't know what you mean by that. Like,
Because
an
gargoyles
agent of an
are
angel.
gargoyles are like on buildings to protect the buildings from evil spirits.
Yeah, I mean, I think they were originally only Willow were here. She knows all about. She
Gargoyle.
literally sat me down and was like, This is a gargoyle. This is a grimace." Like certain gargoyles on buildings, like if they had a water functionality, I think they were called gargoyles. But if they had like a scary face, they were called grimaces.
Yeah, the monstrous
I feel like
designs
an
of gargoyles are believed to ward off evil spirits and symbolizes evil forces that are kept outside of the sacred space of a church. So they like guard the
This is an
church.
Italian gargoyle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a gargoyle. So I mean I think
Gargoyle.
angel just outranks gargoyle.
yes, I think an angel no diffs the gargoyle, and that's that.
Treant and a Scylla. I don't know what either of these are.
Well, a treant I assume is an ent, like from Lord of the Rings, so just like
Right.
a walking tree person. I don't know what Scylla is.
A legendary man-eating monster that lives on one side of a narrow channel of water opposite her counterpart, the sea-swallowing monster. Scylla is a legendary sea monster that plagues the seas. She was once an oceanid nymph, but was transformed into a monster by a jealous witch.
Could the treant, could it throw rocks at her in the water? Yay or nay?
Probably.
She looks massive too. I think they are both kind of like power creatures here, and I don't know, she might outrank the ent.
Yeah, you
Like,
might
if
be
she-
right, because she's like a cursed like nymph to be a monster.
She could pull the ent underwater, and it would probably drown.
Yeah.
It is like a plant, plants can drown, so
Yeah, that's true.
that's what I'm saying. Like, could he clobber her with a rock?
In Homer's Odyssey, Scylla is a terrifying six-headed sea monster who devours six of Odysseus's men as he navigates the Strait of Messina, forcing him to make a choice between her and the equally dangerous whirlpool of Charybdis. Her role is to embody a forced choice between two disastrous options, symbolizing the need to sacrifice a smaller loss, six men, to avoid a greater one, losing the entire ship.
Classic.
So she's the trolley problem?
She's a trolley problem. She's a rock in a hard place, and she's the rock.
I might choose her.
That's my issue, is that I like the Treant better, but I think she may come out on top here, unfortunately.
Yeah. I don't know who this man is.
The Ayuwoki.
What is that?
The Ayuwokis. That's like a...
It's a creepypasta.
Like the evil... Yeah, it's a creepypasta of like Michael Jackson.
Also referred to as El Hee Hee. El Hee Hee.
Yeah, El Hee Hee. Well, Ayuwoki is a wordplay on Annie, are you okay? I don't know where that picture is from, but I've seen it. So it's
Ayuwoki.
Ayuwoki.
Annie Ayuwoki.
I really don't know what powers evil Michael Jackson possesses, but I feel like Zeus outranks whatever they could possibly be.
What?
What? I don't know. What? I know that's crazy to say.
Oh no! Oh,
I'm imagining like he's equivalent to the I Feel Fantastic doll, which I also hate.
Yeah, it's just a spooky image. It's literally like almost nothing.
Yeah, it's like the fucking bird lady thing.
Sorry, El Hee Hee.
Ooh,
I really like golems.
That's the dopest image of a gnome they could have found.
That is true. He's a chill viber. It also looks like a stock image with the little watermark there.
Yeah, well, that's what I was gonna say. It's like that's clearly just a regular guy in a gnome costume. They couldn't find like they clearly pulled like D&D
just like a garden
for
gnome
everything
too.
Except the gnome.
Yeah, they could have just like put a garden gnome. It would have been better.
Gnome.
I really like golems. I think they're cool. I think it's cool that they like make like the little like clay guys and they like turn into animated creatures to like perform tasks. That's kind of their lore, yeah.
Yeah, I also like gnomes. I also hate gnomes.
I hate gnomes.
Yeah, I feel like golems. I feel like a gnome is maybe more clever than a golem, but I don't see a gnome in any way outpowering the golem even with its wit.
Yeah, maybe it like can find some type of like magical solution because some gnomes can use magic, but I think
magic's weak magic.
Yeah, I don't think there's a large possibility of the gnome taking on a golem. The Naga versus death. Can the Naga escape death?
I was gonna say the concept of death itself, I feel like kind of outranks whatever this is. The Naga, the snake lady.
The serpent woman. No, yeah, death obviously wins this one. It's
unfortunately, sorry, Naga.
All right, how does Jesus beat Cthulhu? Does he forgive him and then Cthulhu shrivels up into a little man? Yes, he's God, but like, God it makes rituals out of things.
He turns it into a lesson.
Yeah.
I don't really know what Cthulhu is motivated by. All I really know about him is that he's like an incomprehensible
power,
deity.
yeah.
Or not even a deity. He's just like such a cosmic powerhouse
just
that's
like
so
a force.
Incomprehensible to humans that we go crazy.
Yeah. Cthulhu's motivations are open to interpretation, but generally stem from a desire to awaken from his slumber in the sunken city of Rillia, reclaim Earth as his rightful dominion, and potentially resume his rule alongside other great old ones. It really seems like he's essentially trying to just become God. Like he used to be like a big force that like was reckoned with, and now he's just trying to like reclaim his position as like God of world.
Yeah, well, Jesus is the savior of mankind, so I feel like he would have a big issue with Cthulhu trying to lay domain over Earth.
You think so?
I think he would have a slight problem with it.
Yeah, I think.
To be fair.
Well, how do we think Jesus is punishing Cthulhu?
He kind of like banishes him to hell. Like God doesn't really like kill his enemies, does he? Like with Satan, he didn't kill Satan. He didn't like snap him out of existence. He sent him to hell, but he still exists. Yeah. So like I feel like Cthulhu may also be like tormented in a certain way. Like it's pretty dark. He could just get tormented.
Yeah. It seems like the solution is kind of where Cthulhu originated from, like putting it into a slumber, or like maybe just kind of going a step further and just letting it be in like damnation for the rest of its life, I guess.
Yeah, he would pull something like that where.
I wonder how they trapped Cthulhu originally.
Well, yeah, that's a good question. I don't know what went down, but
I would
clearly
love to
God
like
allows him to exist.
go on like a 6 hour lore deep dive video about Cthulhu.
I did that a long time ago, and I don't remember anything.
Nice.
Yeah, I think Jesus summons a God ray and smites him.
I think that Jesus grows three very very tall trees and like has them grow and bend to wrap around Cthulhu's arms and legs, and he pseudo crucifies him.
Oh, he'll walk up to him and say, "You have one last chance to repent."
Yeah,
And when
just
Cthulhu
like
obviously refuses.
I know we relate everything to Gurren Lagann, but you know in Gurren Lagann when everyone's just like watching the fight happen in the sky, it's just like Cthulhu's gigantic body being like held taut, like in a crucifixion pose, being
like
choose
yes,
now,
exactly.
you know, like choose your fate,
Yeah.
Cthulhu, repent or be damned.
Yeah, and obviously Cthulhu would try and fight back and fail. I do
Yeah.
like that he gets crucified. Gets well, he's not good enough to die like Jesus did, so he probably does something else. He
Yeah, maybe something different.
hogties him.
Yeah, he hogties
He
him up.
hogties him with a tree.
Maybe he ties his arms up instead of to the outwards.
Yeah, he humiliates him by making him comprehensible. Because, like, obviously we draw images of Cthulhu, but I think the idea of most of these eldritch deities is that just looking at them makes people go insane.
Yeah.
So he makes him comprehensible for every human, and then everybody points and laughs at him.
Yeah, exactly how the alien did with Santa Claus in my scenario. All right, Slenderman versus the Angel. I don't know, man. Slenderman's pretty powerful.
Yeah, I think we are super biased by our like view of like divinity.
Well, because that's the thing,
know.
though.
I don't think-
That's like the whole lore with like divinity. It's like all of these creatures and monsters run rampant, and then it's just like, ooh, what are you gonna do? And then an angel comes down, and just like by being in its presence, they like
One-shots him.
fade away, and like the light like makes them like disappear into dust, and it's like Thanos and shit. It's like, okay, well, it's like clearly they're not on the same level. They can control shit
Yes.
until like a divine being shows up.
Right. So I feel like, yeah, whatever Slenderman's weird power is, even if it proxies, I bet you an angel can like defend against some sort of mind control proxy attack that Slenderman poses. Not in the same power level as Jesus and Angel, but I bet you they could do something to like, I don't know, trap Slenderman, or I don't know if kill it totally, maybe banish it.
Here's what I'm thinking. Here's how I'm thinking the fight goes, right? So the fight starts, right? Slenderman, one of his big things is kind of like jump scaring you by like following you around, and then his big tentacles come out, and he's like, "Ooh, scary guy," you know. The angel decides that they're going to defeat Slenderman in the same way that Slenderman defeats his foes and jump scare him, right? So they're looking like the angel in this photo, and then out of nowhere they start to look like the biblically accurate like throne angel that's like the size of like 5 mountains tall, and then Slenderman gets so scared that a face appears on him and it breaks his whole illusion, and then he gets banished into the shadow realm because he broke his own lore.
That's brilliant. Yeah, you should write a creepypasta. See, the problem is angels and God can't exist in a Slenderman world because they just obviously beat him. But
Yeah.
that would be cool.
I think Zeus might win here.
I think that's a controversial hot take, but I may agree.
I think considering they're from like the
think-
same lore, and Zeus is like the supreme god of that lore, and this woman is just kind of a monster.
Zeus wins.
Yeah, call me controversial.
Yeah, sorry. Same issue here. Death as a concept kind of outranks a golem in whatever unnatural life it was given.
Hear me out. If a golem is constructed, and in my opinion, I like my version of the golem that I understand is that they're not really living. They're more just kind of like an animated like entity. So it's like, can you kill it? Can you not just reanimate the stones that got killed? Like, is there a soul inside of a golem?
I mean, I don't know if it's soul, but in that same vein, if you couldn't theoretically kill a golem, can you kill death? How does the golem win then?
Well, first I looked up if there was a soul inside of a golem, and it said no. So that's my first.
Okay.
That's my first answer. I don't think that, because in my interpretation of like the death personification is that it takes your soul, right, and that's how you die. If there's not a soul inside the being, what does death do? Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
I don't know
so
if you can
I
kill
think
either of these guys.
I think on the concept, on the premise that you need some sort of really special circumstance to take death out, I feel like the golem loses just because it can't enact that special circumstance, and whatever animates the golem, I bet you death could exploit.
Yeah, I
That's
guess.
my hot take. You
Part of
could
me
think of
wants
death as a
to.
very advanced magic user.
Yeah. Part of me wants to say this is like a stalemate.
I like that too. I just don't really know how we move forward then.
Yeah, so I guess if you can't re-summon the golem, he could kill the spellcaster that summons the golem. I guess death wins, but I'm also adding the special asterisk that the golem doesn't die.
Yeah, the golem doesn't die. That doesn't mean he's not defeated.
Hot take, I think the angel is kicking Jesus' ass.
I don't know about that one, but yeah, I mean, it's definitely a hot take. I'll hear you out.
This is an obvious one. It's Jesus.
Yeah, so Jesus is in charge of the angel. I feel like the angel doesn't even. I feel like they don't fight each other, and the angel just concedes.
They do like a simulation mental battle like they do in Dragon Ball Z. Zeus or death? Can the Olympian gods die?
Zeus is definitely the type of guy who would like Jesus versus an angel. They wouldn't fight, and the angel would concede. Zeus is stupid enough to fight death.
Yeah. Well, here's what I'm wondering. Okay, so I typed in,
Okay.
can Zeus die? And the immediately first thing, and obviously it could be wrong, because who knows, it's bullshit sometimes, but it says, no, Zeus is a god and is considered immortal in Greek mythology and could not die in the ways a human understands it. However, didn't they have to seal away the Titans in order to not, like, get wrecked havoc on, like, the entirety of their lives? Is, like, could those Titans, like, if unleashed, kill them?
See, that's an interesting concept, and also like there is the concept of Hades and the underworld. Like,
Right. So, like,
do gods ever go to the underworld?
yeah, but then in that concept, then Hades would also at one point have to die and be a soul in the underworld too.
Well, then he would be Death's bitch.
True.
I don't know. I could be argued that Zeus, just by virtue of being a god, outranks Death, which is a more human concept, I guess, or a more earthly concept, and Zeus supersedes the earthly concept.
I think that's a fair way to look at it. It says Greek gods and titans in mythology do not die in the mortal sense, but instead fade from power or are imprisoned. So in a sense, he wouldn't die. He would be in like an imprisonment with like low powers. So I think that death can't get him. I feel like he could send like the Grim Reaper to the abyss of Tartarus, like some of these other titans and gods got sent to. I'm picking Zeus.
Yeah. I'll take it. I'll let Zeus take it.
Don't piss off the Greeks in the comments, man.
You know what I'm going to say, and I'm going to say it.
Jesus of Nazareth.
Jesus of Nazareth versus Zeus, goat fucker of Greece. Sorry. Had to be said.
Shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
I went there. You can bleep that out if you want.
Fucking shit, man. Oh, shit, man.
Oh, epic rap battles of history.
I'm not trying to get
Jesus
religious up in here,
Christ.
but I do think Jesus might beat Zeusler.
Yeah, I mean, like, in if you want to call it Christian lore, he is just omnipotent and, like, so divine that, like, I don't think Zeus has that same ability.
No, I think Jesus
all
definitely
right,
wins that one. Now we're in the finals, though. Santa Claus finally has his opponent, and it's Jesus Christ. And I'm going to say something that might offend some people, right? I'm going to say something that might offend some people.
Yeah.
This matchup is Jesus versus atheist Jesus.
Whoa, wait, whoa.
Santa Claus is the Jesus for the non-believer.
Whoa, okay, whoa.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Go ahead,
Tell me I'm wrong.
Well, tell me why you say that. That is just
He's keeping track. He's keeping track of your goodness, right? And maybe you could say that Jesus and God don't keep track of your goodness, but they're making sure that you're remorseful for the bad things you do. So that, in a sense, is keeping track of your goodness. That's a similarity. They both are super awesome, divine magical creatures that give you joy.
Right.
They're both celebrated on the same day. Anyone who doesn't like Jesus loves Santa, but people who like Jesus also like Santa too, except for sometimes if you suck.
I was gonna say, like, there are a lot of people who would rank Santa Claus and Jesus on the same level of believability, and so therefore they don't like either.
That's true. This is, I think that Santa Claus is agnostic and atheist Jesus.
And atheist Jesus. That was a bold way to put that, for sure. Atheist Jesus.
That's what he is. He's Jesus for the non-believer.
I don't know if that really... Well, sure.
I'm just saying, that's just me saying I don't know how to choose a winner. I think it's probably Jesus, because fuck it.
Well, it's obviously Jesus. I mean, it's no competition.
But it's hard to argue a reason why.
Okay, well, Santa Claus his big day is literally Jesus' birthday. So I think
it's not. That's fake.
That kind of outranks him.
It's fake.
It's fake. It's fake.
Jesus' birthday is not that day. It's the common thing. Everyone says it.
Oh, whatever. Oh, pipe down. It's still about Christmas, which is the concept of Jesus' birthday. If it's not that day specifically, it's still about Jesus.
It's not known. It's not exactly known. It's a fake day.
It's not known. It might be June 23rd.
It's pagan influence.
Oh, pagan schmagan. Santa Claus and Jesus shake hands. Santa Claus bows and says, "My Lord," and Jesus takes the crown.
No, what actually happens is they both walk up to the battlefield. Okay, this is how the battle happens. This is going to be so bad. I'm excited to hear this one. This is how the battle happens, okay? They both walk onto the battlefield. It's like literally like a Pokemon battlefield, like from the anime, and it's like there's a crowd of people ready to watch the fight because it's the final matchup of this tournament. Each of them, Santa Claus is walking onto the battlefield from his locker room. Jingle bells are like chiming with each step. He makes it to his corner. Jesus steps out. There's a heavenly chorus as he walks out, and there's a glow behind him at all times, no matter what angle you are at. It's crazy. And they slowly walk to the middle, and they're about to start the fight, but before they start fighting, they shake each other's hands, and as they shake hands, Santa Claus steps forward, and the opacity on him fucking it lowers so desperately, and they form into the same person, and we realize that Santa Claus was Jesus all along.
Interesting. Yeah, that's definitely a moment that just happened, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, sure. I'm not even gonna question it at this point.
That's what happened.
I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you have that one. It's definitely, that was cool. That's cool, man. That was heartwarming.
Someone animate that scene.
Yeah, somebody animate low opacity Santa becoming Jesus, and everybody in the crowd goes, "Huh?"
It's just like they're shaking hands, and like Santa just walks forward into Jesus's body, and they form into the same being because that's who they were all along, the same person.
Santa Claus was an extension of Jesus.
Yes.
He was a proxy.
Yeah, he was a proxy, just like Slenderman does. All right. Well, I think Jesus wins.
What a strange ending.
Jesus just needed to have representation on both sides to see if you believed enough.
It is funny because you're right. They are very similar, and like they judge you, they see if you're bad or good. They both won from both sides. This is an interesting commentary, folks.
I think we created a new religion, section off of Christianity that believes that Santa Claus is Jesus.
That's what Christianity needs right now. Another denomination.
Yeah, and we created it.
We need more division in the Christian community.
We're like Joseph Smith.
Oh, jeez. End the video. Get me out of here.
We're ending.
If you guys want to, I want to see your guys' tier lists. You guys make a tier list. Who do you think wins? If it's not Jesus, you're obviously wrong.
What matchup did we get wrong? Tell us how Slenderman beats the angel.
Tell us how Bigfoot wins against the alien. Please, I would love to know.